Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Rohit Dharma. I'm from Muhammadiyah University of Surakarta. Today, I would like to presentation about my article. The title is Ethnomathematics: Exploration of Prehistoric Artifact. The abstract classroom dilemma is mathematics in school is heavily perceived by students as a series of dry, abstract formulas disconnected from practical realities. This leads to low learning motivation, passive classroom engagement, and poor conceptual retention. International diagnostic benchmarks such as the Program for International Student Assessment or PISA indicate that Indonesian students' mathematical literacy and real-world problem-solving abilities remain critically low. Focus this research is while ethnomathematics offer a viable pedagogical bridge, existing studies are heavily saturated by modern cultural forms characterized by deliberate visual decoration, such as traditional batik pattern and architecture. Mathematical structures and spatial or functional principles embedded within prehistoric lithic artifacts remain completely unexplored, leaving a severe gap in deep history, culture-based contextual mathematics education. The method this research is a qualitative ethnographic method conducted at the primary information hub of the UNESCO Sangiran site, targeted lithic artifact or stone tools representing early human technological and cognitive milestone. And then triangulation protocol utilized direct morphological measurement, detailed in-depth interview with museum preservationists, and rigorous photo documentation confirmed by museum administration. This model data is used Miles and Haberman model. Data validation was structured through strict data reduction, comprehensive thematic presentation, and descriptive qualitative conclusion drawing model. The result is geometry, angle, and parallel lines. Functional edge angles, flag tools, and scrapers process cutting boundaries with acute angles to maximize slicing and skinning sharpness, while obtuse angles act as ergonomic handles. And then bilateral parallel edge. Elongated blades showcase double cutting edge running completely parallel. Remain parallel contacts rich on the spin indicate a repetitive, highly controlled strike angle applied to the core stone. And then fair and symmetric. Stone hunting paths display intuitive spatial thinking. Early humans dreamed protruding notches repeatedly to balance mass from the center, closely modeling a perfect sphere volume. The volume is 4 per 3 PR degrees. And then hand axis represent a calculated bilateral vertical reflection dividing the tool into mirror halves for physical stability when held, correlating to high school coordinate-based reflection. And then algebra, prehistoric procedural patterns. A mental algorithm is done tool manufacturing followed strict sequences, selecting prime, Chalcedony, or Rijang material, pre-shaping core stones, and final controlled pressure flaking of cutting edge. And then repetitive iteration. The surface of large core tools reveals symmetrical, repetitive flaking notches. Early humans execute iterative mechanical steps to secure structural uniformity. And then computational logic. This traditional algorithm sequences match the modern curriculum of grade 7 computational thinking and grade 8 number pattern generalization. The result number 3 is measurement, dimension, and volumetric scaling. Artifacts are consistently clustered by dimensional boundaries based on their practical utility. Non-massive flakes and scrapers are lightweight and small to enable precise slicing and cutting tasks. And then heavy core tools like hand axes and choppers possess massive volumetric dimensions and heavy weight distribution to support intense heavy impact function like smashing bones for marrow. And then ergonomic thickness estimation. The hand axes are physically proportioned to adapt directly to the average human hand grip, optimizing leverage and force transfer. And then flaking required strict cognitive thickness boundaries, leaving the edge too thick cause blunting, while saving it too thin led to immediate breakage under impact. Although no physical rules existed, early humans maintained consistent physical standards by using cognitive estimation of angles, volumes, and weight. This is the curricular integration matrix. The artifact flags and scrapers, concept mathematical acute and obtuse functional angles. Target school topics is lines and angles, irregular polygons. This is uh, into grade 7. Artifact blade tools has a bilateral parallel cutting edges. The target is parallel lines, slopes, and gradients. This is into grade 7 or 9. The artifact stone balls. There are mathematical concept, spherical surface, and mass radius. The target school topic is 3D curved surface area and volume. This is grade 9. And then artifact type hand access. Concept mathematical is bilateral vertical reflective symmetry. The target school topic is geometric transformation or reflection. This is into grade 9 or 11. And the last artifact type tool mixing. Mathematical concept is iterative flaking and procedural sequences. The target school topic is computational thinking and number sequence. This is grade 7 or 8. This is educational integration engagement. Uh, Thank you for watching my presentation. I think that enough. I'm apologize if any wrong word and anything. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.